Hi, welcome back to the channel, and it's me, Mikey. I know it's been a while. I've been dealing with a few personal problems, but we are back, and we are off with the final week one preseason week one predictions. So, well, not predictions, but reviews. Right now, it is week two, preseason week two. It's Thursday, so there's a Raiders Texans game today. I know this is a little late, but yeah, we're gonna go over these. There will be changes coming forward. I'll talk about them a little more in the I'll talk about them in the intro, not the outro, because I'm gonna forget. So I'm gonna be making some videos, but I'm not gonna make as many. I'm not gonna go day by day like I did for this one. I'm gonna just do it all in one shot. The videos will be a little longer, but not too much, not proportional to the amount of games. I'm just gonna briefly talk about them. I'm gonna follow like a mini script, kinda. I'll go over stats and stuff. Each team will be talked about for 2 to 3 minutes instead of like 5 like I'm doing now. This video I don't know how long I'm gonna talk about each, but there were 7 games and I predicted 4 of them correctly. I thought I predicted 3 of them correctly, but I forgot that I had a certain team win. I predicted the other team, but I listed the Jags as the winner. Well, I was so tossed up about this one that I thought I predicted the Saints when I originally made the video, but I did predict the Jags. Anyway, without further ado, let's screw you Java update. Let's get into it. So starting off with Bills Panthers. I predicted the Panthers to win it and I was wrong. The Bills won and it wasn't even close. It was by 2 scores. So Bills won. Wasn't very happy about that. I mean, I was happy to see that the Bills won because I'm not a Bills hater. I quite like the team. I feel bad for them. They go so far every year just to suck in the playoffs. Josh Allen can't win a good playoff game. They haven't made a Super Bowl in a long time. I don't even know how long it's been. I know they lost 4 straight in a row, which is crazy to me. Like they could have had a dynasty. They definitely could have won that first Super Bowl. But anyway, we're gonna talk about the Bills Panthers game. So the Bills offense started off Josh Allen and DJ Moore. They started off this game, and my God, this guy cooked. He is really elite. Like he performed the best out of any quarterback compared to how long he played. He played, I think, for the first quarter. He played the first two. Yeah, he played the first um quarter, which was good. Um, Kenny Pickett. Let's talk about Kenny Pickett. He was not great. He didn't play great. I'd say. Um, he did complete a lot of his passes, but he played about the same as he did in that Cardinals game. So, yeah, Kenny Pickett didn't do good. But let's keep talking about the Bills. All the Bills' offense is looking great. It's going to be one of the top offenses this year again. I think it might even pass the Cowboys or the Lions potentially. Potentially. I think that James Cook is just gonna be. This is gonna be another big year for him. I don't think he's gonna have the first most yards, but I do think that he will have a lot. DJ Moore. I want to talk about DJ Moore. He is gonna be good for this team. DJ Moore is gonna be good on this team. He was in the Bears, I think, last time. Last year he was in the Bears. I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Let me fact check that. But he was he was a great addition, just absolutely great addition. He didn't have that many yards last year, but then again, Caleb Williams was lobbing him left and right to other people too. So, um, he is a really good he's gonna be great for this Bills offense. I think he is the piece they need. Next, I think that the Panthers' first string is looking quite bad. Bryce Young played a little bit. I think he played this. Yeah, Bryce Young played this. Um, yeah, no, just no. He did not play well at all. That Bills defense is like really good though. But I mean, it was the first string against the first string, which is why I'm like, dang. Um, Bills cooked the Panthers in the first half. If they didn't send out Kyle Allen, they would have just dominated. Josh Allen had the most yards, and he only played 2 drives. Like that's saying something, man. Next is, or he might have played one more, but I'm pretty sure it was just 2 drives. Next, oh, and Bills also dominated the Panthers in yards, like just crazy. Next up we have the Browns and the Bears. So this game was interesting. I will say, let's talk about the rookies. The rookies for the Browns. KC Concepcion looked really great out there. I'm very glad that he's on their team. I think he's going to be a really good addition. Bears have a decent second string offense. Like, they put up the second most yards in the week. First most was Ravens. We'll talk about that game soon. But Cleveland also did good. They had about middle of the road for yards for this game. Not for this game, sorry. But for this week. Well, I'll say last week. Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders. Let's talk about them for a second. This was an absolute tragedy of a quarterback situation that these guys are having. The Browns, like I picked them to win this game. I forgot about my predictions for a second. So Bears lost their game, and won their game, and they won it by 3 scores, which is nuts. But yeah, I just, God, this Browns offense is awful. In terms of this quarterback problem, I'd say literally neither of them look good out there. Neither of them look good. I think Deshaun Watson is probably a little better of a quarterback, but not by much. It's not looking good for him at all. Yes, it was a very mixed bag for both of them. A mixed bag of sewage, water, shit, piss, all that. It was a doo-doo brown game. The Bears finally, and I mean finally, started locking in around the second quarter. Then they just completely crushed everybody. Bajent's okay. I don't. He threw a pick, but he made a touchdown. He sucks at completing passes. Like, his rate isn't great, but he did throw a lot of yards. So when he connects really good. They also have really good backup wide receivers. The Bears do. So, but yeah, I thought that Bishop Jr. looked good out there. He was great. And the Bears defense locked in general too, despite the Browns being but their defense cooked. Yeah, and it wasn't a total yard domination too. Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders threw for a lot. But the Browns are so cooked. It's hard to tell who's gonna be the quarterback because genuinely it should be neither of them. The third string would probably perform as well as both. All right, moving on. We have the Vikings Giants game. I predicted the Vikings to win, and they did. And guess what, guys? They won by what I predicted. One score. This is the first time I got this correct. So, I'm proud of that. Oh, oops. But yeah, I think that, let's take a look at this game. It was a very bad game. It was a very bad game except for the second quarter where the Giants kind of locked in. Third quarter, Vikings locked in, and then fourth quarter was just absolutely boring. I skipped those highlights. I just didn't watch them. Both of these teams did not throw that for that many yards. Kyler Murray, I'm pretty sure he starts a drive that instantly makes a field goal. Yeah. And then he just doesn't play. JJ McCarthy plays. And he just sucks. I mean, he didn't even make a touchdown, man. Wentz did. JJ McCarthy, we saw a lot more of him than we saw Murray. But yeah, just no. Jackson Dart looked fine too. He looked about as good as Murray out there. That he when he got blasted, that was crazy. Aaron Jones Sr. looks pretty good, I'd say. He looked pretty good out there. The Giants O-line is just bad. I know it's the second string. I'm pretty sure it was the second string, but that O-line is just terrible. I don't know if it was the second string because Dart played. But if that is the O-line for them, it's just buh. It's just straight buh. I don't believe it. It's just crazy. Murray is better than McCarthy, though, I think. I think he's a better pick for quarterback. I think they should play him. And this game was as underwhelming as the Patriots-Colts game. Like, it was just a bad game. Hated watching the highlights for that. I actually stopped watching the highlights for that. The situation I had happened. And I was like, you know what? I ended on a very bad note anyway. So I got around to watching the highlights again, and I watched these 3 yesterday. So that's why I'm making this video now. Moving on, we have the Chiefs-Rams, and the Rams won that game. Oh boy. Anyway, so the Rams won by 1 score. They won by 8 points, which is technically considered a score. So let's talk about this. Both teams were really good at going down and making a field goal. They both had 4 scoring plays. Rams 2 field goals and 2 touchdowns, and Kansas City 4 field goals. Literally Justin Fields is just bad. He's not a good quarterback on the Chiefs side. I don't know what else to say about the Chiefs. They just did not look good out there. Again, these are the second strings, though. So, I will say, Ty Simpson was a great pick. I think that with time, I think the Rams, once they let go of Stafford, they're going to regress. They are not going to be the Super Bowl champions. They might get a ring this year, but no, he's gone. He's out of the picture. Once Stafford's out of the picture, this guy is going to suck. I'll tell you, he's going to suck. But then the next year or the year after, he will come back and he will be good. This guy, Ty Simpson, was a great choice for the Rams. Great choice for the Rams because they already have their free agency was enough to make them the best team in the league. They could still lose the whole thing. I think that the Broncos have the capacity to beat them in the Super Bowl, and I think other things too. But yeah. So about the game itself, it was just a lot of punting and field goals. There were 2 touchdowns the Rams made in the fourth quarter. They really locked in that quarter. Both of them were by Simpson. So Simpson he's just he knows how to utilize his receivers. I'm very, very impressed by him. I think that's him. Is that bro? No, that is not bro. Because he's number 15. Anyway, but he's good. I was like, yeah, that's not Ty Simpson. I don't look like Ty Simpson. I just think that this Rams team is gonna cook us Seahawks, and then Ty Simpson is definitely not better than Darnold. If they let go of Stafford this year, I think Stafford's gonna play like probably one more year after this one. But yeah, sorry. And their second string offense too is okay, which worries me as a Hawks fan. But yeah, that's all. I don't have much to say on the Chiefs side. They were just kind of mid the entire game. Justin Fields ain't a great quarterback at all. How many drives did he have? He didn't even have any good scoring drives. Nope. It was literally just Nussmeyer. I think that's how you say his name. It was literally just him. He's gonna be the backup in my opinion. Or he should be, but yeah. Genuinely just bad. The Chiefs have balanced, equally terrible quarterbacks. So, all right. Next up, third to final game, right in the middle. I predicted the Jaguars win. This is the one where I thought it could go completely either way by a score, and it was by a score. I was very happy about that. So let's talk about this game. So they start out with a punt return. It's literally just a punt return. Like I'm like, damn. Yeah. So he just makes an 86-yard punt return, which is unbelievable. It was like watching Rashid Shaheed. So glad I have that guy on my team. Anyway, everybody thought the Saints were going to win the entire game, and then Jacksonville locked in. Yeah, the Saints did barely win this game. It was a really good game. I enjoyed the highlights for this game. I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more if I watched the actual game itself. Anyway, so Nick Mullins' pick was awesome. Like that was just great. Nick Mullins, good boy for throwing that pick. That was awesome. It was the first Jags play of the game, man. Like, and it was after he made a 17-yard pass, which is insane to me. But yeah, he threw a pick. And it's just, yeah, it was awesome to watch. Jags really started this first half terribly, like they tied up the game, 2 field goals, but then the Saints were destroying them. But they came back in the second half. Saints put up no points in the second half. Spencer Rattler looked bad out there, just terrible. This guy should be the second string, not him. Both teams were struggling on offense, but I will say that second string Jags defense, I'm pretty sure they're playing their second string, looked great. Just great out there. Jags are cooked if Lawrence gets injured. They don't have many good quarterbacks at all. Yeah, this guy got a touchdown, but he also threw a pick. There was more than one pick in this thing. Overall, it was a solid performance by the Jacksonville second string defense. Everybody else was just kind of butt. So we're gonna move on. Next up, we have the Eagles Ravens, and it was Ravens, and it wasn't even close. I thought it would be close because I thought the Eagles had a lot more depth in their chart. I thought their depth chart was better than the Ravens, but good lord, was I wrong? Like, I mean, just they lost by 3 scores. That's insane to me. Like, Ravens lost by 3 scores. I mean, Eagles lost by 3 scores. My my teacher ain't happy about that. Um, but yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this game. Um, Eagles quarterback sucked this entire game. Like every one of them was bad. Like what if Jalen Hurts goes down, they're screwed. Um, but he doesn't really get injured all too much, so I think we'll be fine. Why am I saying we? I think they'll be fine. Oh, I know why I said we, because I went to a store and I bought a Eagles shirt. I bought an Eagles shirt because I believe the NFC Championship is going to be the Eagles versus the Rams. I'm showing up with that Eagles shirt if it is. So, oh my gosh, that's insane. 99.9% with how much left on the clock? They could have totally come back and won that. But yeah, it just looked terrible. Yeah, the Eagles scored a touchdown, I think, at the very end of the game, which was nuts. Like they were behind 24 points. I don't know how you could do that. Oh well. Main takeaway is that Joe Fagnano had a mixed bag game. He threw for a lot of yards, but he got a pick. He got a really bad pick. I didn't enjoy seeing that because I quite like this guy. I think he's gonna be, if Lamar gets injured, this guy's gonna be good. I don't even know what to say for the Eagles. Their most rushing yards was the quarterback. He rushed he rushed a lot. It's just crazy to me how butt these teams could be. Again, this was purely a second string game. There's not much to talk about there. But yeah. So next was the Seahawks Cowboys, and this was a purely second string and third string game. Cowboys did win. It was indeed by 2 scores, so I predicted this correctly. I predict 3 of them correctly for this, which I'm kind of proud of. So these are mixed, just like the Ravens quarterback and the Jaguars entire team, just mixed bag game. So let's talk about it. First off, I watched this game. This was the one I watched because Seahawks are my team, right? And good lord, Joe Milton the third. I think that's his name. I think it's Joe. Yeah, Joe Milton the third is a really good quarterback. Drew Lock threw for a touchdown, but he still sucks as a quarterback. We did not. We were getting stopped like crazy. Drew Lock made on the very first drive a touchdown. From there, it was just bad. Yeah, there was a mixed field goal. I think George Halani looked pretty good out there. I'm not gonna lie, but oops. I think Jake Bobo looked good out there too. I think penalties carried that Seahawks touchdown. There was a lot of penalties, I think. Oh, oops. What the Yeah, there was a 10-yard penalty, and then there was a 19-yard penalty, and then there was another penalty, I thought, or maybe there was just two. No, there was just two. But yeah, penalties gave us a lot of those yards. But just from there, we just, good lord, I don't even know, man. We just kind of sucked. We didn't do good at all. It was just bad. Um, Jason Myers missed his field goal. That's a really big problem, I think. Yeah, I think it was Myers that made that kick. Yeah, he made the most. He scored the most points out of any kicker in any Super Bowl ever. And the next time he's on field, he misses his field goal. Are you shiting me? Terrible. Just terrible. Anyway, I think that Michael Trigg looked fine out there. Beautiful touchdown by Camden Brown. Like, I mean, just beautiful. I hate to glaze the Cowboys, but just beautiful touchdown. Third string Seahawks defense sucks ass, but it was good seeing Sam Darnold speak. He was on a microphone talk about his like marriage and stuff. Once they start talking about marriage, you got to get married quick, because then they're gonna leave you if you don't. Speaking kind of from experience, but anyway, complete shutout by the Cowboys, I'd say. Yards wise, points wise, not really. Not nearly as bad as the Brewers Mariners game, in which we won the next one, which was crazy, but the Cowboys offense looked kind of decent. I think they're fine for a second string, but they're going to need all their guys healthy if they want to even make the playoffs. I think that 52-yard Seahawks return by Rashid Rochelle was fire. I think that was good. Cowboys defense ain't too great though. Anyway, it's kind of all I have for today. I kind of already explained that I'm gonna be making in the intro that I'm gonna be making videos for what's it called, preseason, but they're gonna be a lot less, and it's probably just gonna be two more, maybe a third one if something crazy happens this week. With like a debut, not a debut, but like with a quarterback. But yeah. One more thing before I go. I think that I'm gonna be making NFL content probably once a week. Like the actual regular season. I'll be making it once a week, maybe twice. Depends on how my schedule is. I'm starting up college here in 4 days, so I'm gonna have more time on my hands than I did in high school, but I'm still gonna need to study. The problems I had that I've been going through, kind of was holding me back from doing a lot of things. So, the problem's gone now. So I'm very happy about that. I'm not happy about the problem being gone, but I'm not happy about the results of the problem, the solution for the problem, but I'm very happy that I get time to myself to do things, and I have more free time now. Basically, I can do what I want without being restricted. So it's very good there. And NFL is going to be something I'm going to be doing a lot more of, as well as studying, my geography, my international relations, my Spanish class. Got a few classes coming up that I need to lock in for, but they're all pretty light. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Enough yapping. Peace.